This is roots, and sometimes the future arrives quietly, not all at once, but one place at a time. Years before I traveled overseas, I had written lists, long lists, places I hoped to see one day, countries, cities, landmarks, fragments of possibility scattered across pages of a journal. Rome, Florence, Pisa, Paris, the Netherlands, Sweden, India. At times, they were little more than dreams, words written in ink, names on paper, places that felt impossibly distant from where I stood. In 2011, something shifted. Mom and I boarded a flight for our first journey beyond the borders of South Africa. But before we left, there was one final test of reality. The kind that travel always seems to offer at the very beginning. Mom had made sure we had all our documents ready. I held on to my own passport. She held on to hers. We arrived at the airport with what felt like enough time and a small send-off committee of family and familiar faces. We checked in, moved through the rhythm of departure until, oops-a-daisy, Mom had brought her old, expired passport. The current one was still at home, on the counter where she had left it. Thank goodness we had arrived early. Thank goodness home was just around the corner, a comfortable 10-minute drive. Mariska went back and returned with it in record time. And just like that, the journey continued, as if it had simply paused for breath. Then we were through. Airport have a way of resetting everything. The rush, the mistake, the panic, all softened into movement again. Dubai came first, a city of glass and heat and motion, a place suspended between continents. And then Italy. And suddenly the names I had once written down in ink became real places beneath my feet. Rome, the Vatican, St. Peter's Basilica, the Colosseum, the Roman Forum, Trevi Fountain. Places once held only in imagination, now unfolding in sound, stone, and sunlight. Florence felt different, quieter. Art folded into the streets. The Duomo rising above us, the Ponte Vecchio, the Uffizi, Michelangelo's David. Pisa, familiar in image, unexpected in atmosphere, more than just a leaning tower. A city still living around it. What stayed with me most was not just what I saw, but The realization that life does not always announce when it is crossing from imagination into experience. Sometimes it simply does, quietly, without ceremony. This is Roots. And sometimes the places we write down are not destinations, they are invitations.